Hey guys, it's your coach Katelyn. I am here to tell you today why I don't treat my business like a business. One of the things we always talk about in our coaching groups, the webinars, and other Beachbody trainings is to treat your business like a business. Me, not a fan. I tend to do things kind of a different way. I really just love what I'm doing. I kind of treat it the opposite of a business. I treat it like something I love to do rather than something I have to do. That's not to say that if I have things I really need to do, if there's people I need to get back to or messages I have to send, sometimes I have to kind of rally my discipline and just buckle down and do them. But for the most part, I find something I love in everything I do with this business. I've had to cultivate that. I've had to, it does take time. Sometimes you have to just sort of buckle down and do things and get into the flow of it. But I always try to find something I'm grateful for or appreciate from it. So instead of looking at my Beachbody business as these 10 things I have to do today, I kind of look at it as, how can I serve? How can I show people respect? How can I show people love? And in doing that, it kind of gets me into the flow and translates into the business just happening naturally. How can I show people love and how can I serve people? Typically, that's by doing the business to-do list. So I think showing people respect and showing people love comes through, helping them and encouraging them and answering messages to help them best decide on a workout program. And those sort of things just happen naturally. And because I put it in that mind frame of how can I help people, how can I serve, how can I love, it just becomes something I naturally love doing and not something I have to force myself into. I would say the same is true about my workouts. It's just something I intrinsically enjoy doing. That's not to say that I don't have days where I have to get up and really force myself to get motivated. But in general, I'm very grateful for my body and what it's capable of. I'm grateful that I have the physical capabilities to be able to work out. And so I've cultivated a love for it. I've cultivated an appreciation for how I feel after I work out. And I've kind of done the same with the Beachbody business. So instead of treating it like a business, I focus on what I love about it. I focus on my why and my reasons for wanting to do it in the first place. I focus on anytime I get discouraged or I feel overwhelmed by my to-do list, why am I doing this in the first place? How is it helping me serve my greater purpose? How is it making me feel good? What are the results going to make me feel like if I get into the flow of these things? So, like I said, I don't mean to make it sound like it's perfectly easy and, oh, it's no problem for me to just get things done. I love every aspect about it. There are some parts that are harder than others to motivate myself. And there are some days where, I maybe don't have as much energy or I have a lot of other stuff going on and it does take a little more discipline. But overall, it has become something that I just love doing. So even on the days where I have to take a step back and reprioritize or focus on other areas of my life, I know I will get back into it because it's something that I love. And I'm not sure that I could say the same for it if it was something that I treated like a business and made it something I have to do, because that wouldn't be as much fun. But instead, I find ways to be grateful for it. I find ways to remind myself each day of how I'm helping people and why I enjoy doing it, and I reconnect with that why. So instead of treating it like a business, I treat it like something I love, and I think just naturally the business comes along with it. So I just want to be here to remind you that you don't necessarily have to do things the standard way we're taught. It's A-okay to do things in a way to kind of culture that love for it. And I try to coach my coaches the same way. I try to help them remember why they love it instead of forcing them into anything they're not comfortable with or doing more work with it than they would want to. I completely trust and respect them. I know they are capable of making their own decisions of how much work they're comfortable with doing for the business, and I support them with all of that. And I just try to make sure they're enjoying it along the way and appreciating it for what an amazing opportunity it is. So whether you're a coach and you can apply this information to your business, or whether you're simply watching this as someone who is trying to better their life in any way, whether that be workouts or your own business endeavors or your career or relationships or whatever that may be, my recommendation to you is, instead of treating it as have-tos, find ways to love and appreciate and be grateful for what you get to do in your life. And that will just kind of garner an appreciation and a love for it that will help the whole process flow more naturally and become something you love to do, not something you feel like you should do or you have to do. So that's my advice for you today. In my opinion, don't treat your business like a business. Treat it like something you love. Treat all of the things in your life like something you love and enjoy rather than something you have to do. And I promise your whole life will be more enjoyable because of it.